Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am, as always, Darth Devious. Bring you another video review, this time from the thrilling 30th anniversary of Transformers Autobot Whirl, the funny helicopter. And I have quite a bit to say about this guy. Some of it's good, some of it is not so good, but we'll get to it. And you see there's Autobot symbol. Again, Double Dealer. I'm not getting Double Dealer. If somebody wants to give me Double Dealer, I'll take him. But I ain't paying for Double Dealer. So, if you want to donate Double Dealer to Darth Devious Reviews, be my guest. It ain't happening from my pocket. It took me a long enough time to fix all the issues with Blitzwing. I really didn't want to have to go through that again. And here's his artwork on there. And I'm going to tell you guys right now. A lot of people are calling this the IDW Whirl. This is not the IDW Whirl. I don't care what anybody says. I know they're trying to do that, you know, with the whole chicken leg thing and stuff like that. I will make my case in this review as to why this is more an homage to the G1 Whirl than it is to the IDW Whirl in the comic books. And I mean it. 3 modes. He's got this helipod mode, which is stupid. Stupid mode. All it is you take the legs out and fold the tail in. Ooh. Helicopter mode with all the weapons attached, and his robot mode. And these legs, that's kind of where I draw the line on him. Come up. Let you read the bio. If you want to read it on your own time, come down, you can read his text back. Alright? Now, Whirl has gained popularity because of the IDW comics, where he's kind of a real loose cannon and a little insane. Again, this is not the IDW version of Whirl. This is more G1. If you look at pictures of a G1 Whirl, the helicopter mode is very, very similar. Very similar. Yeah, I think his cockpit can open. I'm pretty sure it can. There's no detail in there. It does open. I did get it to open once. But I'm pulling off the stickers, and I don't want to pull off the stickers, so we're not going to open it. But, yeah, he's got that. He can open his cockpit. These spin. That spins. Now, look. On the tail, I actually painted the red on there. There were stickers like there are on the main rotor, but they wouldn't stick to the tail rotor. It just wouldn't happen. And some of these stickers on here, they have details that are relevant to the original toy. And I'm not even talking about Whirl. I'm talking about the original toy that Whirl came from back in the G1 days. It's hard to see, but... And, you know, you got some details like Rescue and William S. Hardy, blah, 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 and that sticker's coming off. And there's a reason why some of these stickers are coming off, which I'll get into, because, you know, whoever, you know, this is why I'm convinced that whoever did the instruction sheet for this guy and whoever did the sticker sheet was either high or drunk when they did this. When you look at the sticker sheet, the sticker instructions for this guy, I'll have to open this up here and show you. It shows you all these stickers, and it says, put sticker 18 here, put sticker 7 there, all this stuff. Well, you have like 4 different versions of 18. No, well, maybe not that many, but still. Like sticker 17. There were 3 different 17s on the sticker sheet, and they were all different, and they weren't the same. So I don't know what they were thinking, because none of the sticker in this guy was a nightmare. I had to keep pulling stickers off because they were in the wrong spot, because this whole thing just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And if you want to, you know, you could take his weapons. Here's all his weapons. He's got, you know, they all can peg together into this mega weapon here, and they've got like 5mm clips and clip ports and stuff like that. I like this one. This is my favorite because this actually goes over his hand in a nice, again, to G1. G1 did this. Had a weapon just like this that clipped over his hand. This is another part of my argument. This is G1 Whirl. This is not IDW Whirl. Let's get that straight here. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for saying that, but you know what? Don't watch. I don't care. This is my opinion on this. But you could take some of these weapons and you plug them in and get some different looks, you know, however you want to do it. Some of these work well, some of these don't. You can just plug them in. He's got different ports you can attach them to. See, he's got clip points. They don't always, you know, work together very well. Leave that one off. It's got like this big missile launcher and stuff. You can even put some here, but then you can't, you know, use the skis. And yeah, he's got a lot of hollowness under here, but it's a helicopter, and these are clearly his hips. But it works, you know. It works for what it is. It's a nice update to the G1 toy. I will give it that. I will give it that. I'll show you the hella whatever pod mode. You kind of untab all this and get these legs out. And this is the only part where you really want the chicken legs, is to do this. And you push the whole hip assembly back. And this is, you know, I think this is what this mode was originally designed for. I don't think it was designed to be the actual robot mode legs. I think it was just for this third mode, this sort of gear walk type mode. And he looks kind of like Ed 209. That's what, you know, some people have said, like a weird sort of Ed 209. And that's where like something like this would come in handy if you're gonna put this on there. You know, plugging that in, or the big missile pod. This is where this makes sense, these weapons. And this isn't bad. It's goofy, but it's not bad. Alright? Alright. Now, I'm going to leave his legs like this for now, when I transform into robot mode. I'm going to make my argument for why this look is only for this mode, as opposed to robot mode. Alright? I'll be right back. And here's Whirl in, well, let's see if I pull these out. This is the instruction version of Whirl. And the proportions on this are horrible. His arms go down almost to his freaking ankles. And you've got these ugly bits here on his thighs. And this is why I say this, he's not designed to be this way. Alright? As a lot of people know, you can collapse these in. They're actually made to collapse in, providing you have the shoulder joint like this, where you can see that blue part up there. That way, you still get your articulation all around there, which is how you want it. Plug that in. Alright. And even like that, with that, it makes his proportions a little better, but he's still... This is awful. This is not how this toy is designed to be. Alright? I'm telling you. He's got no articulation in his knees. You can't... The joints that are meant to move his knees, these ones here, are so hard to move that you're going to break the damn thing. So they're not meant to be that way. Whereas this softer ratchet joint here, that's his actual knee joint. So I'm telling you, you turn this around, straighten that out, turn that around, you give him a little bend at the knee, and now you get what is essentially a much more in proportion version of Whirl. And this is how he was actually designed. You get better articulation this way. You know, you can actually pose him now. You're not stuck with the chicken leg look. So I'm telling you, Hasbro saw that in the IDW comics, they went for the chicken-legged Whirl, and everything is all tied into IDW comics right now with a lot of this generation stuff. I think this guy was already in the works before then, and they weren't expecting Whirl's popularity to be so great, and they're like, wait a minute, we have this third mode that has the chicken legs. Well, they went with chicken legs in the comics, so we can do that. But they sacrificed basic articulation for that. Not to mention, when you do it this way, even though these are tiny, it does give that, you know, landing ski feet look that the original G1 toy had. So, you know, if you want to go with the way it looks in IDW, fine, do that. It's your toy. You do what you want to do. Me, ain't doing it. Ain't doing it. So if you take this end and you fold it in, they're on nice gears. They go together. And you can take this weapon and you can just plug it in right like that. And you can put it on either arm. I usually put it on this one, even though it's put it like that. That looks better. There we go. And it's got this nice hand cannon that goes on there, like the G1 toy had. And you can take his other weapons, and he's got ports underneath. You can plug some of this stuff in if you want. Hang the missile launcher off of here if you want. If you want to do it, you can do it. Clip it on that. You know. You can even plug some of these other ones into each other if you wanted to. And really arm him up. I don't want to go too far with him because it does get a little ridiculous with all these weapons on him. I know Whirl is supposed to have a ton of weapons, but sometimes you have to be a little conservative at times. Just a little bit. Just a little. Anyway. We'll go over his articulation. As I said, you got this, you can go 360 here at the shoulder, and if you do this right, you get the in and out movement that you need. You have a swivel, you have a double elbow, which is nice. Head is on a nice ball joint. We're going to look at his face sculpt in a second. Hands, like I said, they're geared together so you can get this clasping look. No waist, but you know, that's part of the design. If you do it this way, you actually get a knee joint, which you get a nice knee joint doing it this way. Or if you do it the other way, you get a knee joint you can barely use. Swivels, he's got pin and socket at the hip. Nothing at the feet, unless you mistransform it, but you know. He looks pretty good. I like him like this. This is how I display Whirl. I, you know, have his legs like this. So let's go up to his head sculpt, because this is like, you know, the whole thing with Whirl. And here, we're going to see here, he has some really nice emotive looks. And here's Happy Whirl. And then if we go like this, we get Sad Whirl. And here we have Angry Whirl. Pensive Whirl. He's, you know, he's thinking, One of the most expression-filled faces in Transformers history, Mr. Whirl here. Yeah. One gimmick he has here, and I don't know if the light piping's showing up. Yeah, you can see he's got light piping here. But if you take this and move it forward, it shuts off his light piping. There's a little flap back here that, you know, moves up and down. Eyes on, eyes off. Eyes on, eyes off. So yeah, there you go. Now I know I'm going to get flooded with a lot of people saying, it's not how he is in the comics. This is not the comic version of Whirl. I don't know how many times I got to say that. This is an updated G1 version of Whirl, and this is how it's supposed to look. Not, if it was an IDW version, he wouldn't be a helicopter, because he's not a helicopter in the IDW comics. He's something else entirely. His body is a lot more stylized in the IDW comics. Is this a bad figure? Hell no! This is a fantastic figure. He's pretty cool. I've been having fun with him. You know? And this is just, like I said, you don't design a robot transformer so that the hollow points here on the thighs are on the outside. That's just not how they do things. So that's like part of my case right there. Also, the proportions, as I said. Proportions are so off when you chicken leg him. Whereas this, you get a much more proportionate and good-looking robot. Alright? Alright. I know, I'm rambling on about this. Let the hate mail commence! You guys be good. I'm going to send this crazy son of a bitch after you. Later.